If you're able to, the rest of you that are watching this, try and get some elevation so you can look down at the fight.
Okay. So, we have a light fighter Gladius versus a racing ship. The racing ship is basically made of toilet paper, but it is much, much faster. The Gladius has got more health and has better weapons as well, but it's not as maneuverable. So, Shepard has to play to his advantage. We talked about the different maneuvers, right? Using the wing rocking method, the wave pattern, right? Corkscrewing as you come in. And Mex, what he's going to want to do is he's going to want to try to be the bully. He's going to want to always try to cut off. Shepard when he can. He wants to try to hit him in between those charge cycles, and he's going to want to try to also, because I do believe if I recall, the Razor has a limited amount of boost capacitor, so he wants to try to hit him when he can, when he sees that he's slow. So he's going to want to try to cut those turns in as best he can, try to hit him when he's slow. All right, gentlemen, go ahead and get into the merge. Once you're engaged in the merge, I don't know what that enemy was that popped in, but once you're engaged in the merge, go ahead and fight's on. Right there, sub 1k, so he's engaging. Nexus got round zone. Shields are down for Shepard. At this point, Shepard needs to utilize his strength and get away because he wants to make sure that he don't want his pretty face getting hurt because he's in a nice little racing ship. Because remember, the fastest ship is always going to dictate the pace of the fight here. The faster you are than your opponent, then you dictate when you come in and attack your opponent. You dictate the entire engagement. So there you go. So Shepard is kind of like, he's trying to stay a little bit at arm's reach, right? And the reason is because he's a little bit daintier. Lighter fighters, you kind of want to keep your opponents at arm's reach because you have more maneuverability at those further distances, and you can dodge those rounds as they come in. So now he's got Mex's shields down. He's got a little bit of shield, so now at this point, Shepard's going to have to identify, okay, am I going to dive in? Am I going to try to get some DPS here, or do I want to pull away and get my shields back, right? But he has that ability to control that because he's a faster ship. Now his shields are down, so now he has a choice to make here. Mex can easily tank a lot of his shots, but Shepard can't, so he's kind of diving in. He's going to try to take a gamble here, see if he can get some DPS off on him. He's coming in. Mex is a little bit, he's comfortable, but he's got the red now, right? So now he's a little bit worried. So now he's going to try to pull off, get some of those shields back, and kind of utilize the strength of the Gladius with those extra shield. So now we've kind of reset things back. We don't know where, so in this point, if whichever ship you would be in, you don't know where your opponent is, right? Always assume that your opponent has the advantage at all times. Assume he has more health than you, assume he has more shields, always assume the worst, right? That way you don't ever play dumb. Don't get too comfortable. So now we're going to come in, we're going to try, so looks, Mex is trying to look for an opening here. So his opponent is much faster, so he's got to really kind of time his attacks here. Shep's shields are down, but it looks like Mex slipped out of position slightly, so he's going to have to expend some of that boost to kind of come back in a little bit harder. And then Shepard does the right thing. He pulls off as he needs to get those shields back, because it's literally his only lifeline.
Did you fucking disalloc me, you shit?
I was hitting multiple buttons at once.
Be advised.
You liked it.
We have micro protection services here.
Well, there's no Comrade. Just go ahead and kill him. Nobody asked for rent-a-cops out here.
Honestly, true, dude.
Good. Shepard utilizing the boost so he can stay within range, right? That's good. His shields are down, so he needs to shrug some of the damage off. He's trying to dive in to get those shields down, but he only has so many hits he can take. So he went in, he took his hits, and then he dipped out, which is smart. That's exactly what you want to do in a racer, because you only have so much HP you can deal with. You want to hold on to every little point of HP you have. Because even though Mex's cockpit is red, the Gladius has more HP, regardless. So he's still able to tank a lot of damage. So it's one of those things you have to be cognizant of depending on the type of ship that you're in. Oh, nice. So Mex is just trying to find those openings, trying to be a little bit squirrely. He's on target and oh no, that was good. That was
Nice.
good.
GG, Mex.
So
Good
what
fight.
happened was
GG.
Shepard decided to take a little bit of a gamble there, and he decided to dive in and see, because he has a feeling in his head that Mex didn't have the HP to stand up at the end there. So he decided to dive, and at that point, that's when you cash out, right? You just go all in. At some point, you're just like, I gotta do it. I gotta see if I can knock him out. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you cash out, and sometimes it just doesn't work.